Stream. Hey, good morning. Crazy morning today. Crazy morning. I missed my target by like a penny. See if we still get it. Like to see us break and then we gotta break this low of 50 and then I see 150 or 15,120 in the works or 111. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Um, Today I am in the Top Step funded account. So it's the Express funded. It is live. So this is um, real funds. Looking for a breakdown. Stop break even. About to get out. If we push up into the 90s, this way we just continue down. And we have how much time? 20 seconds left in this candle. With the 5 minute. Okay, need to break the lows. And then we should see 50, and then maybe some hesitation around 50, and then hopefully a quick drop down to 15,001, 111. So I'm going to have my order set. For a breakdown, up there at break even. It's a hard stop. Let me put my order back over here. Gotta get under this 60 and then see the 50s. Hi, good morning. Thanks for joining. It's been a crazy morning. Let's see. I don't want it over 180. Look for a drop down to 50, and then hopefully we see it straight down to 15,111. That's the top of a zone I have drawn out over here. If you look on this Thinkorswim chart, yeah, it's 15,111, something like that. So we need to get past this key pivot though. So sorry I started so late today. I had a lot to manage this morning. Managing some positions, and then I was doing some trading pre-market. So I was kind of stuck in that a little bit, and it's just been a crazy morning. Okay, so I'm about to get out here. I don't want it to get over 180. Almost. As long as we stay in the 70s, I'm good. Stay in the 70s, I'm good. I'm going to hold this. But yeah, once we pop over 180, I'm out. A lot of volatility today. Almost got out there. We hit 179. As long as we stay there, I'm okay. Hopefully, we just keep dropping. Still have another minute and a half. Just want to ride this thing down. I'm just sitting on one contract. Hi, good morning. Thanks for joining. So, who's all here this morning? How's your morning going? Have you guys taken any trades yet? You just waiting for some of this craziness to stop? It's pretty intense. I haven't even taken a peek at the ES. The NQ is just insane. All right, 40 seconds left in this candle. I hope we close under 70. That'd be great. And I just want to see some continuation down. I want to break under that 50, and hopefully we just go straight down to 15,111. Drop it like a rock. If this was my Apex Trader funding account, I would not be trading it like this. Um, I'm giving this a lot of wiggle, but with Top Step, it's end of day drawdown, so you can give it some room, give it some breathing room, just trail it. So my stop is, so I'm going to put it just at 182. There we go. So nice breakdown. I have my order set at 120 to go ahead and capture some profit. I might just, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. So sitting pretty green. My account was funded yesterday. Hey, what's up, Tony? Oh, sorry, man. Hey, at least you kept it tight. That's a pretty tight loss. Um, so the account was funded yesterday. It was somewhere throughout the day. And I had a really busy day yesterday. I was in and out a lot. And then by the time I got home, there was about 30 minutes left in the market. And I'm like, I'm going to go for it. And so right away, I locked in a couple hundred. That was cool. But then I started forcing some trades because I wanted to, it's the funded accounts there. You want to just get it to a certain tier. You're already planning out when you're going to take your first payment, right? Um, so this is the wrong approach. Don't do that. But I'm just telling you my mistakes. So I started forcing some trades. Next thing you know, I ended up negative, negative 1200. And then I just had to call it a day. So a lot of damage, terrible damage in the last 30 minutes of the market. So wrapped it up. And then I ended up taking some trades last night. And I should have waited. I thought we were going to take a breakout, because we were at the top of the channel right in here. So I thought we were going to get a breakout. I was kind of optimistic, but we stuck in this channel. So I had it was really choppy, super choppy. I'm going to drop my order down because I think we're going to zone. Let's see, the bottom of the zone is 150.80. So let's see what we do with that. I'm going to bring down my stop, put it over 60. That's a hard stop. I'll do a soft stop maybe at 45. I'll say 51. That's where I'll just click the button. Um, so anyhow, hey, good morning. Thanks for joining. Oh, what's up, DC? You traded aftermarket? Nice, man. Very good. Yeah, it's crazy morning, man. Um, so yeah, I kind of messed myself up last night. I was trying to get the breakout, and it was super choppy. Then I just kind of sat tight, and I scaled back. I got it to some micros because once we were kind of hesitating and we're going into this trend line, we weren't really breaking into this zone above. I wanted to go short. So then I started scaling into some shorts with some micros. And then finally we broke down. So I captured a good move to kind of coop my losses from all the stupid trading through all the chop. Um, and, I'm trying to work back the 1200 negative I had yesterday, which was really dumb too. So finally, we're good. So we're very, very green. Today's been a pretty good day. Sitting at 2300 as of right now. Um, but that's on the day. But don't forget, I need to make up the 1200 from yesterday. So really, my net positive is 760 once I factor in the $1,200 loss from yesterday. Um, but I took way too many trades. I'm paying hefty commissions today, hefty commissions, but I'm just going to let this guy ride. Um, let it run, tighten up a little bit, get a little bounce off of that 20. I don't even want this to go in the 40s, so I might cut it. Staying in the 20s for now. So it's interesting how we hit these little pivots. If you're watching these red lines I have here, it's good to have those mapped out ahead of time. Kind of know what to watch for, and you can get little entries off of that too. I was hoping for more of a breakdown right here. I think we're going to continue. I just don't know how much we're going to pull back. I just don't want to give it that much. I'll just leave it at 45 and see what happens. But keeping it kind of tight. Hi, good morning. Welcome, Guillermo. It's your first time here? There we go. Dropped out. So this morning, I was trying to manage some positions. I was taking plays. I was long and short. I was all over the place. But this key level here, the 15,180, I took a nice play off of that back into the zone. And then once the market opened, I was long, I was short, I was long, and then um, here we go. Let's see, right up in here, I got the breakout, and then I was just scooting my stuff in the green, and I kept getting stopped out, but I was capturing profit. And then once I saw we were breaking down, um, let's see, I took a bounce. I took a bounce off the 22, right in here at the 20. Yeah, 221. Took a bounce off of that. I made sure to get some profit right in here. Then we started wicking up and coming back down. So then I was getting out, and then I ended up going short. So then I put my shorts. I got in here around 26, and then I added on right over here, and I was playing it just a little loose. Um, and that was it. And so I kind of had a nice ride down. And then once we started reversing off of this 180, I definitely locked in profit. So I locked in profit before the break of the zone. And then once we started reversing, I was stopped out right around here. And then I waited. And then if you saw when I first started streaming, I let this kind of play out. I was thinking about going long again because we're kind of just all over the place, but I was still feeling more bearish, especially after this, this fail, this breakout. Um, and so once we popped in the zone and we started falling out of the zone, I was looking at the 5 minute. So if we look at the 5 minute, we started forming kind of a bear flag. And so I started scaling in short right around here. Um, and then I was going to add on right here at the 207, but we never made it up to 207. And that was it. Ended up taking some profit. I actually don't even remember where, around here somewhere, I think. Um, and here's where we are. So we're still going to go down, I think. We'll see how far we go down today. So I probably locked that in a little prematurely. Let's see, I was going to leave my stop over 150. I would have been safe, but I was keeping it kind of tight. So I got stopped out here at 45. Looks like it turned around at 47.75. So, uh, interesting morning. But with that being said, I definitely over traded a lot. So that's going to be it for me as far as taking trades. Um, Here's the P&L. So you can see the new account that we just got fired up. This is the Top Step account. One second. Uh, Trying to cover my account info. Hey, Francisco, good morning. Okay. I'm going to try to ease this down. This is weird. But I think you guys can see it, right? There we go. So on the day, total profit loss, I'm at 2,100. And if you see the balance at the top, can you see the balance? 463. So that's after fighting back to take care of the stupid losses I took yesterday, trying to force this thing into a profit. Anyhow, so finally we're green, made up for the loss for yesterday. And so that's the total account balance. And so if I stop there, that'll be 1 day locked in. With Top Step, you need to have 5 days with at least 200 profit per day before you can go ahead and request a payout. Thanks, DC. Crazy, man. Um, I'm really glad I switched over to micros. I was losing my mind. But micros, you can play a little bit looser. I had the right idea. I just wasn't getting the right entry. We kept wicking past where I have the zone mapped out. So the entry, if it was like a solid entry, it would have been 153.23. But we kept pushing past it. We got in the 30s. Up here, we were at what was it, 35. So I had to cool it. But once I went to micros, then everything was just smooth. So I was happy to catch that ride down. So in all reality, I could have just held that position and added on once we got into the zone. But I probably would have got stopped out here. I wouldn't have given it that much up to 60. There's no way. I would have had my stop over the zone somewhere, maybe over this candle. So, but I would have been able to capture a bigger move down to here. So that's the beauty of micros. You gotta appreciate micros. What do you got going on here? Oh, thanks, Francisco. Appreciate that. DC, same here, man. I like to take a little profit, make sure you pay yourself, and then if you can let it run, let it run. And you know what? Same here, bud. It's hard watching other videos. I was doing the same thing when I was watching other chat rooms. It gives you the urge to trade. It's good if you feel like you really need to trade. Put yourself in the sim and just get your practice on. Because it hurts to do away such a good day. So if you ended up green, you don't want to make that red. Definitely not. So if you feel the urge to trade, definitely get in the sim. So that's good advice, man. So for everyone else out there that's kind of watching, that's sound advice. Or just shut it down. That's the beauty of day trading. You can knock out your day in the first hour, and then now it's what do you want to do for the rest of the day? Sky's the limit. So that's, I think, the reason why a lot of people get into day trading. They're looking for that extra time. They want to be able to, make a decent income, but they're looking for the freedom to be able to kind of just do whatever you want. But if you're tied to a screen, there's no freedom. So you got to kind of realize that and just walk away. And if you do that, you'll stay more green. That's for sure. Because staring at these screens eventually just sucks you in. It sucks you in. So, oh, nice job, Francisco. So you're still short? Guillermo, yes, bud. I am trying to live trade every day. So ideally, I'd like to start at 6:50. It's 9:15 Eastern. So 9:15 Eastern, and I'll typically trade for an hour or two. And if I'm done early, I'll try to stream just a little bit longer and just kind of look at the market and see what's happening, and then field any questions that you guys might have. Um, so I'm happy to hang out for a couple hours, you know. But lately I've been kind of busy. I've had a lot of stuff going on, um, so I've had to leave to take care of things. So I've been cutting it short. But yeah, today I'm happy to hang out. I can hang out for another 45 minutes, and I'll have to go. But if you guys want some more time, I can come back and hang out for another half hour after that. I'd be back. I'd only be gone for like 10 or 15 minutes. Nice, Francisco. Are you funded with someone, or are you in an eval phase, or are you just trading your own personal account? Guillermo, I do not have a paid group. As of right now, I don't think I'm going to have a paid group. Instead, I just this is free. I want to build a community for traders. I want to just put out good info, share what I know, and share my failures, so you guys can kind of learn from my mistakes, so you don't have to make those mistakes. And then hopefully just help with that learning curve, so you can just get on your way and do your own thing. I do have a Discord underway, so I'll be launching that pretty soon, and then you guys can join for free, and it'll be a good place to share charts and kind of just share ideas, and I want it to be a positive environment for everyone to be able to just kind of feel safe and be able to just ask whatever they need to ask to learn about trading. We'll be mainly focusing on futures, but I think we can open it up to other stuff too, because I still trade options. And my methods of charting out, it's applicable to anything. So whether you're into futures, options, or do you want to trade stocks, it's applicable to anything. So zones absolutely work. Nice job, Francisco. Nice job. Yeah, I hope we get down to that zone below. I think we should. It's going to have to stall out just for a little bit because we had quite the move down. Um, so I hope we do. I hope we do. I probably took that last bit a little too early, but that's okay. It's interesting how we're really holding this channel, holding the channel, and respecting the zones. So hopefully, yeah, we get back down in here, and then it'll be interesting to see what happens at this number here, 150 or 15,080. Be watching out for that. Oh, nice, man. Well, that's cool. So you're on your way to a funded account. Who are you trading with? Are you using Apex Trader Funding or Top Step? Good morning. Thanks for joining. So looking at that 5 minute, got a little bit of a turnaround back up to the 60. Hopefully we don't pull any higher than that. But if we were looking at retracement, what do we got here? This is it. So according to Fibonacci, we're looking at that 15,190. But yeah, I don't think so. I think it's good we pulled up to the 160. Looks good. That could have been a solid entry for a short. So is anyone else in eval phase? Are you trading evals or are you just thinking about trading? There you go. It's a nice push down. Back in those 20s. There we go. 151.11. Here we come. Let's see if we get a little bounce. Oh, nice, DC. Yeah, I still have my Apex. I just have it on the back burner right now. I'm just focusing on this Top Step account, and I've been thinking about adding on to it. Maybe pick up a couple more evals so I can trade a few at a time. But I'm thinking I'll practice patience, and I'll let Top Step pay for all that. So I'll wait till pull out a little bit, and then grab a couple new evals, which I'm not even sure if they'll let me add on evals at this point. I know they put a stop on new accounts, but I don't know if that includes adding evals to existing. Not really sure. All right, how low did we go? Looks like we just missed the zone. We got a low of 113. It's gonna probably be just a little bounce. So, what are your favorite methods of taking trades? I forgot who was telling me about Mac and Pat. I think that was a user from California. I forgot his name. So I checked out their videos. They focus on the two-legged pullback. I think that's a solid way to trade. You know, um, I like price action. I like playing off zones and pivot points or key levels. Um, for me, I don't know. I like that. I'll also take breakouts and breakdowns. So I'll look for bull flags and bear flags, but I tend to be the most consistent if I stick to my zones. So if I stick to my zones, I'll usually fare much better. My accuracy is usually decent, pretty decent. Once I break away from that, then I usually find myself in trouble. Yet I still do it. Well, if any of you other guys are also in Apex, don't forget they're running their promotion right now for half price resets. So if you have any large accounts that kind of bombed a little bit, but if they're still in your account, you can reset them for half price. So not a bad deal. You don't need a coupon code. You just go pay for your reset, and they automatically adjust the price. So I'm tempted to trade. I'm not going to trade. But just watching this, if I was going to go short, I kind of like the 35, pulling back to the opening of this candle here. What is that? 38. Kind of like that. And I would go there, keep it tight, and have a stop like at 41. Be a 3 point stop. See if that plays out. Let's see. So far, we have a high of 39.50. My stop would have been at 41, and I think I'd be getting stopped out. Let's see. So far, we got a high of 40.25. I'd be taking profit probably at the 30, 31 for my first target, and then I would hold the rest to see if we get down to the zone. So far we haven't broken over 40.25, so we'd still be in the game. So just goes to show you can trade NQ and keep it tight. Um, although it's not a winning trade yet. Let's see if we get there. All right, so we would hit our first profit target, and then ideally, I'd like to see this go down to the 20s and then right down to 10. And here's where we'd get stopped out. If that was for an Apex account, you definitely wouldn't want to let that go against you. Just lock it all in. But with Top Step, we could have let that go, and our stop would still be in play at the 41. And see if this thing goes down to 15.110. Is anyone else familiar with Quant Tower? I've been using Quant Tower for Top Step. So you can use it with Apex. Um, I've just becoming a little bit more familiar with it now, and I'm curious to try out their trade copier. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. But I definitely like the software. The software itself is really nice for charting, um, just maneuvering around, just scrolling through the functions, um, pulling in all the data. It's just really easy to maneuver in comparison to NinjaTrader. So far, I've just mainly traded on NinjaTrader with Apex, which I like NinjaTrader, but I'm starting to fall in love with Quantower. And I think I have an open order here, don't I? That could have been bad. All right, nice move. Right down to the 10. We got as low as 109. So yeah, I think this thing's going to break down right through this zone, um, right on down to 80, 82 or 83. But then I'd be curious to see if something happens like that. If we get a hard bounce off 83, I'd be watching that. It's at the bottom of the zone. And then you have these big guys here from the 4 hours, your opening and closing prices. So I think that's going to be a significant number. So watch out for that if you're in a trade. So once I get that Discord going, how likely are you guys to join? Do you like the idea of being part of another trader chat? I don't know if you're part of one already. Again, it'll be free, so we're not going to charge anything. Um, the only reason why I would consider charging is to keep out some riffraff if we have problems. But hopefully we don't have any issues. I'd prefer just to keep things free for everybody. Hey, good morning. Thanks for joining. Oh, cool, man. Well, so far it'll be just me and you. But I bet you we'll see Tony and DC. I bet you they'll be in there too. So I'm going to have some exciting news coming out on Thursday, I want to say. So stay tuned for that. If you're not able to catch the live stream on Thursday, just I'll probably have a special video just for that coming out on Thursday. Just a little something working on for you guys. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I know when I first started, it was hard to find the right stuff, and there's a lot of um, paid things out there. You can pay to learn, pay for mentorship, and it's not all that it's cracked up to be. Um, so, I've actually spent a lot trying to follow others and just learning all different kinds of ways to trade. I started off trading just stocks. Um, I was trading small caps, and I went from that to options, and then I found futures later on. But through all that, though, I just spent a lot on different mentorship programs and learning different methods, and some really stuck. But I ended up finding some really good information online for free, and they ended up having some kind of an extra paid mentorship, which I ended up joining. And it's good to be around other traders who are, they're in it for the win, in it for the long haul, and they're willing to share information, and help each other grow. But even part of these other chat rooms, though, I wasn't in love with it. So I wanted to kind of start my own thing and just put everything that I know out there for you guys so you can benefit. Um, and I think what I've kind of learned for myself, you can take that and just apply it to your own style. You don't have to, no one has to trade like me. Everyone's different. So you trade according to who you are, your personality. My personality kind of matches the NQ. I, I'm a little bit impatient, so it's hard for me to trade the ES and other futures like that. But I'm not saying it's bad. I do trade the ES here and there because there's just solid setups. So it trades pretty smooth, but I just like the pace of the NQ. That's all. But yeah, you just take whatever you can get from whoever and just apply it to who you are and how you want to trade. Um, there's so many different ways to skin a cat, and it's the same thing with trading. Um, there's a lot of ways to win. You just gotta find what works for you. So some people scalp their way to, really big accounts, and some are just, they like to get in and just hold. They'll hold it all day, map out solid entries, and just let it ride. So it's whatever works for you. But absolutely, you're super welcome. I'm happy to do it. I just hope some of you find it beneficial, and it helps you grow. So that's what this is all about. So it looks like we're not really breaking into that zone. We're holding above it. So a little bit of a bounce there. So we came down as low as 107. Let's see what we have here. Let's look at the hourly. Okay, so low of this candle here, 101. So nothing significant but the 107 that I can see, but it's just right into the zone. So the top of my zone is 110 and some change. So it's good to have these mapped out so you can kind of see what you're going to be running into. If you're coming down into a zone, you're looking for buyers. At the rate that we were coming down, I honestly thought we would sink deeper into it. And I thought we would head straight for this 84, 83 area. I ended up getting out, in case you guys are just now joining. Um, I got out, let's see, right around here. I got stopped out at 45. So we came down, we hit the 20s, and then we had a little bit of a pullback, and I was just keeping it tight. I was going to keep my stop over 50, but decided to lower it and put it in the 40s, and I got tagged. And then it turned around 2 points after my stop. It turned around at 47, but that's okay. Had I left it, I could have got closer to my target. Initially, I was trying to get down to, I think it was 118 that I had my profit target at. So just missed it, but that's okay. Ended the day green, not trading anymore. I took way too many trades between last night and this morning. So um, I gotta know when to throw in the towel. Just chill out, save my account. So it looks like we're just both are bear flagging it up. Could be a reversal, but I'd like to think that we'll create that bear flag and then hop back down to that zone. And I want to see us hit this 84, but maybe we don't. We'll see. Good morning. Thanks for joining. If it's your first time here, feel free to say hello. So as of right now, who's your favorite prop firm? What do you guys like the most? I personally really, really favor Apex Trader Funding. I think it's a great company. Um, I think they have really good service. They take care of their traders. They've had issues in the past where it was like a rhythmic issue and it botched a bunch of accounts. And they went in and said, you know what? No worries. And they just reset the day for everybody. Even if you were in a funded account and you just blew up your account, they wiped it clean. And if you actually made profit through all that mess, they let you keep your profits. So that's pretty unheard of. So that's one of the main reasons why I like them. But I like what they offer as far as being able to trade so many accounts at once, because then you can really spread out the risk. And you can trade small, and through that, you can still make a decent amount. Yeah, Apex is great. I like them a lot. Top Step, though, they're really starting to turn some things around. They've changed a lot of the rules. Um, with this new simple, eval, where it's like just you know one rule. You just get in and hit your profit targets. And now you can get funded in 2 days, which is kind of nice. And then as soon as you're funded, you can get paid out after 5 winning days. You just need 5 days of at least a $200 profit, and then you can pull out funds. So that's probably not what you want to do unless you've made at least enough to get yourself over the threshold. I think you got to make 4,500 to get over the threshold. So if you take your profit before that, it's just kind of hurt you, and you have less to trade with. So I wouldn't do that. But yeah, you might want to consider it. Right now they locked out new customers because once they started offering, you know, less rules and then much better pricing plans, they cut their prices in half or by 60%. So now it makes more sense. They're much more competitive with everyone else, especially Apex. Um, they just drew in a lot of business and they just couldn't handle it. And so too many people on their servers and things are just super buggy. And then they had to get people off of Tradovate. I don't know if it was Tradovate's issue or if it was Top Step or maybe Tradovate wasn't ready to handle all the subscribers. Something happened there. And so they started pushing people off that platform. And so I was one of the ones that got pushed too. So that's why I ended up with Quant Tower. But it was a blessing in disguise because I'm falling in love with Quant Tower. Quant Tower is pretty awesome. So, and you can use Quant Tower for NinjaTrader. I mean, Apex. So it's a nice piece of software. But yeah, TopStep's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how smooth it is once we get to the funding portion or the payout portion. So today's just it'll be day one uh, of locked in profit. So we need 4 more days. So hopefully we can continue with some decent days. And what's nice is they do have the end of day drawdown. That's the only negative with Apex. Apex Trader Funding doesn't have that end of day drawdown, but it's not necessarily a bad thing because it just teaches you to lock in profit early. And I think that's okay because sometimes some guys will take trades and they'll just kind of let it run and they'll wait, for it to either hit profit or get stopped out. And so depending on how you're trading and you might find yourself just always getting stopped out, then you're not really locking in any profit. So if you're taking a little bit of profit early, then you'll end up getting paid. So I still kind of follow that even with the top step. I'll take a little profit early and then I'll let the runner go. So I wonder how high we go here. If we were bullish, this would have been a great entry. Enter at the top here, stop below the previous wick. Would have been a 3 point stop, getting it at 109 or 110. Stop under this one here. The candle is 107.50. So you had to stop at 107. 3 point stop on the NQ. And for how many points? Looks like 10 up to, we're going to hit this here, 50. So 40 points, 40 point move. So what do you guys think? You think we're just in a pullback here? Or are we reversing? Hmm, hopefully it's just a pullback. But if we really get outside this 50 and start to hover and then base out on the 50, then we go back up here again to 205. Yeah, hopefully. Hey, good morning. Thanks for joining. All right, so right up to that 60. If I was looking for a trade, that would have been a good entry, I think, at the 60. Stop just over maybe 66. Give it like a 6 point stop. And then I'd be taking profit at like 51, and then see if we can get some more on the way down. But I'm not sure if it's going to break that 50 right now. I hope it does. There we go. Back in the 40s. Come on. I'm going to be wrapping it up in about 5 minutes. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to post them in the chat. Sorry for you guys that are just joining in now. I'm not taking any trades. I'm all traded out. But we did end green today. Did end green. That was a nice move from that upper zone. Zone to zone. It's a nice move. Well, let's see if we don't make it over this. We hold it like this, maybe we'll come back down, but not sure. The longer we hover over this 50, be watching out for kind of a reversal. Let's see. Does anybody out there still trade options? Are you solely futures? I traded options for a while, and I was actually doing pretty good with options. And then someone in a chat room that I was part of um, was talking about futures. In fact, there were some guys in the chat that traded futures. I just never really got into it, didn't understand it. And then somebody was talking about prop firms, and then I started kind of researching it, and I thought that was pretty interesting. And then once I got a taste of it, wow, it was hard to go back. But it's a kind of a different beast, different beast. So although like you use some of the same methods to trade them as far as entries, it's just you really got to manage it differently with futures. Um, why did I switch to options from regular trading? So I started off with trading stocks, and then once I learned a little bit about options and the volatility with options, and a little bit more about premiums and seeing how you can buy some cheap contracts and the return can be insane. I fell in love with that. So I went from trading the small caps to trading options because of the leverage and the kind of profit that you can make. You can buy a $300 contract and you can make, $1,000 on it, or 1,500 bucks. If everything's just planned out right, and everything just goes your way. It doesn't always work out that way, but oftentimes you can find some really good setups. Um, so that's why I moved into options. And but once I found out about futures, I didn't totally stop trading. Um, I just started investing a lot of time into futures, and it was difficult when I first got in. And even now, it's still challenging. It's not completely easy, but it can be simple. You just define your entries and you have a plan. Have a decent strategy, and just try not to overcomplicate it. And it's very doable. It's very doable. But I still like my options. I still take options plays. So that was part of what I was managing this morning too, and took some other options plays. So I don't think I'll ever stop that. And that's easy to manage on the go too. I don't like trading futures on the go. I know you can, and there's apps for it, but I personally just don't like it. Um, but if I was just trading, I guess maybe just a micro or two, maybe I would consider doing that on the go. But usually when I'm trading futures, I like to be at my laptop and just be focused on that. All right. So I'm going to have to cut it here, guys. Um, sorry, I'm cutting out now, but thanks for joining me this morning. Appreciate you guys being here. Um, if you're still trading, stay green, and I hope you guys have a awesome day. Oh, nice, Francisco. Very nice. Well, yeah, we'll have the Discord put together pretty soon and we can do some chatting in there and we'll probably have an option section in there too. But yeah, all about futures and hopefully we'll have some good info in there and a lot of stuff that people are willing to share with each other. But you have all my videos and I'll be posting more and I think I'm going to do some more tutorials for anyone that's in the more of a beginner stage. So I'll do that. I have to kind of map that stuff out. But I'll definitely put more out there. But yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. So stay green.